Hey everybody, Chris here. Dogecoin jumps higher. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out as well as when I do live streams. And as I'm recording this on Thursday morning, Dogecoin is up to 772. That's right. We've now had 3 runs on this latest move up, fueled by Bitcoin, ETH, Hyperliquid, Solana. We'll talk about all of those as well in this video, what is going on in the crypto market. But we did have this first move up here on Wednesday morning. We had a pullback to 7.2 cents. That's our first line of support. And then we followed it up with a second move. Chris went live, yes, had a live stream, extended live stream talking about this move, the pullback to 745. And then overnight and early this morning, a third run has happened, Dogecoin coming all the way up to 778 on this third move. So a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. Looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin did hit $72,000 this morning. We were looking at the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin, and during the live stream, we were at this inflection point. Is Bitcoin going to go higher, which would be this yellow move here, come back and retest the 200-day moving average and then move even higher, and that would signal an end of the bear market? Or does Bitcoin instead move down, get rejected by the 200-day moving average, come back, retest it as resistance, and move lower? Bitcoin instead moved much higher, almost a parabolic run here on Bitcoin we have. So this is quite the move for Bitcoin up to 72K. And now we're going to wonder, is Bitcoin going to see profit taking? Are we going to see this start to retrace and move back down here? Or are all bets off the table and Bitcoin just goes ahead and moves higher? We have ETH 2,288 now with this move. It's the second move on ETH was the big one. A lot of buyers pouring into ETH. ETH getting a lot of support. Solana up to $87, almost touched 88 today. We have XRP up to $1.16. So a lot of movement up across crypto. We're going to talk a lot about Dogecoin, but we're going to talk about others as well in this video. 772 right now for Doge. So why did this happen? We went over it in detail during the live stream on Wednesday. What happened with the U.S. Treasury announcing it's going to double its long-term bond buybacks from $2 billion to at least $4 billion. And that set off a trigger event which led to Binance, Wintermute, and these other exchanges heavily buying Bitcoin in order to move the price up, the market makers and exchanges taking out the shorts. So to me, this is a short-term correction, a short-term fix, so-called fix, in order to help the U.S. bond market. And the longer-term ramifications of this are yet to be seen. That's what I see right now at the beginning of this move. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, with the shorts, we'll get into in a minute what will happen. But it was really the U.S. dollar, because of this inflection of monies that's going to be coming to buy back the bonds. The dollar drops. So the U.S. dollar index now, the question was, do we cut spending? Right? Congress isn't going to do that. Politicians aren't going to do that. Do we let the yields run? We didn't want that to get out of hand, and that's what Ben Cowan was looking at, or let the dollar weaken. And we've chosen to let the dollar weaken. It's essentially what we've done by buying back our own bonds. That's what it's going to be. The dollar is going to get weak. Inflation is going to grow, and so assets like Bitcoin are going to go up in price. Gold is also going to go up. And so we're going to see that happen. And are we going to see this then rotation from stocks to crypto? We'll be watching that as we go forward. But the DXY is tanking well below 100, down in the 98s now. Yeah, that's not great. We also have the U.S. national debt, which yesterday, and I posted this last night on X, that we're over $40 trillion for the U.S. national debt now. Over 40 trillion, that's going to be the number you're going to be hearing. 40 trillion in debt, and it just keeps growing. It just keeps rising, our U.S. national debt. So again, the politicians just short-term thinking. Meanwhile, what we were talking about during the live stream was this liquidation event that we had back on October 10th when prices went down, took out all the longs. This is sort of a reverse of that, a reverse 10-10 event on the short side. We now have seen the greatest amount of shorts taken out. During the live stream yesterday, it was the second most after 10-10, which also saw a lot of shorts taken out. This has now been the greatest number of shorts ever taken out, ever liquidated in one day, as Bitcoin's price goes up over $72,000. I mean, look at, we were just at 63,000 here, and it's just 72. So this has been quite the move. Now, we do say bottom is in, bears were wrong, Bitcoin goes to all-time high now. So we have guys like Kook who are saying things like that, and I think that's premature. Again, I said yesterday during the live stream, we got to let this play out. We got to see what happens, and it could take like 2 weeks for this to really settle down. Right now, all of the focus is on the immediate move, but we have to see how it plays out. So I wouldn't be quite so sure to say that the bears were wrong. I do believe the bottom was already in, as I've been saying. I don't think we're going to go back down into the 50s like that for Bitcoin. Standard Chartered says Bitcoin could hit 100K by year end after the Treasury doubled some long-term bond buybacks, calling the move exactly the type of thing that Bitcoin loves. And so in the short term, that's what we have. We have Bitcoin going up and the crypto market following. We also have the ETFs. $517 million into Bitcoin ETFs, $189 million into ETH ETFs on Wednesday. So, you get a big green day, you get a lot of buying of ETFs. So that goes up as well. Now, two large whales locked in profits during the current rally. 550 Bitcoin for one, 5,250 ETH for two, $39 million, $11 million respectively. Sold, realizing gains. Coordinated profit taking from multiple whales into a rally is a classic de-risking signal. Bitcoin flow is the larger one, adds direct sell pressure. So there is profit taking that is going on with others. I did a swing trade myself. We'll see how that plays out. But we're still in August, we're still the summer of 2026, and the overall picture is not clear yet whether this move can be sustained. And some other whales are de-risking. Meanwhile, this is the big thing, over $3 billion. That's right, $3 billion in shorts in one 24-hour period is now the all-time record for short liquidations. That happened yesterday. $3 billion in short. Tough to be shorting the market. As I say, you stay away from leverage trading, long or short, whatever you're doing. Just buy DCA, buy on the dips. So we talked about Bitcoin, right? We know what Bitcoin's happening. A lot of people are DCAing and buying Bitcoin. On Ivan on Tech this morning, interesting, somebody asked about, well, what alts? And listen to this.
If you have to choose 3 altcoins for the next bull, what would it be? I mean, if you want to keep it simple, if you just have ETH, Solana, Hyperliquid.
ETH, Solana, Hyperliquid.
Should be enough. Altcoins. ETH, Solana, Hyperliquid. Okay, you want to be more risky, or you want to have more of them, then add the Zcash. And have a smaller allocation also to something like Doge. I mean, Doge
Doge.
likely is going to come back. In all bull markets, it comes back.
Dogecoin.
It's like one of these meme bets you can make without thinking too much. If you want access to the meme world, you can either go into the trenches, get wrecked. Most people get wrecked in the trenches. Or you just buy Doge, because Doge does well in all bull markets. And just be happy with it, and that's it. Will it always be? I mean, who knows? Who knows? But it's one of these things. You know, it's so old. People know Dogecoin. Doge is Doge. It's if you're one of these people who are not too much into like trenches, so you can just keep it simple.
So there's Ivan talking about Dogecoin. So you're having Dogecoin as part of your portfolio. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Ivan. So what else is going on? Meme coins. So we had good run. I mean, not only Doge, Shiba, Pepe, others regained bullish momentum. We had the book of meme going on. We had just a bunch of them going up. It was a big influx of capital into risk assets that we had on Wednesday. Overall, momentum. What's going to happen with momentum as we go forward? You know, we've broken out of this long slog through the summer. We had this bullish divergence of price going down, RSI going up, and this is the breakout of that. And as we look at the short term, this could move up higher into the 8s, and we would be looking at 8.6 cents on the resistance side if the move for Dogecoin continues higher. So that's the positive news. And we also have like Pepe. Pepe had a nice move up here over 0.00003, and that we haven't seen since June. We can also go back to May up to 3.435, and that mark would be the next resistance level for Pepe. So we'll continue to watch the memes on this channel because we stay in touch with the meme coin side of things for Doge and other memes, because it's an important part of people's portfolio. We get that. Now we do have some news that is important to talk about. Elon Musk's X is reportedly exploring stable coins like USDC to pay creators and influencers. And we're like, well, what about Doge? Elon, what about Dogecoin? And I've been talking about the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and how it's more about, you know, putting rails on crypto, custody for Bitcoin and other crypto, and stable coins. It's all been about stable coins. And with X has this partnership with Visa, and Visa is going to be de-risked. We'll talk about that again, de-risking. And I don't think they're going to like Dogecoin being part of this. Now, Elon, of course, could just insert himself and say, yeah, we're going to have Dogecoin part of this as well, which would be awesome for Doge. We're going to watch for this. But right now, it's stablecoin. Yeah, they want a digital payment system. Right? Creator payouts would be faster, as CryptoCard says. Right? Creator payouts would be faster using a digital asset. And like I said many times before, most likely it's going to be stable coins. And this is what this is pointing towards. But wouldn't it be great if Doge was an option? At least an option. Give us the option, Elon, of just having some Dogecoin. Having some Dogecoin as part of the payout. And Gel says, look, important to remember yesterday's move is still just a short-term move in the markets. Right? We get all excited, right? This big move, but it is... right? It is a short-term, one-day thing. We'll see whether it extends to a second or third day, Thursday and Friday, and what happens through the weekend. We've seen many of these pumps. Some of them ended up marking a shift. Others just got retraced, and the bear market continued. And we saw that back in 2022. Same thing happened. We had this move for Bitcoin up out of the summer into the fall, and then we had the FTX bankruptcy and subsequent crash in November, and we had the big drop in Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Doge was going up because Elon bought Twitter, and we had a big run on Dogecoin. That also got mostly retraced, again, because of the negativity in the market. We could see that type of move again here in 2026. So until we know more, stick to the plan, DCA. And again, my next buying opportunity that I've been pointing to is that first week of September. and we'll be watching and seeing what happens there. Dogecoin still looking strong here, 773. Again, we'll be looking at the support levels. Does Dogecoin start to retrace? 745 is the first immediate short-term support, and then down to 72 would be the second if we start to see that pullback. We'll be watching that. Check out my live streams. I will have a Thursday live stream. I will not be here on Friday, but Thursday I will. So join in on that. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this jump higher for Dogecoin and other cryptos and the excitement in the market? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.